Awkward. So what's going on, guys? Purple Grizzly here. I have a nice gameplay for you. It's a flawless search and destroy on grid, and I'm doing some work with my golden AUG. So that's not what the commentary is about. I have a pretty interesting topic for you guys today. This one is going to be about awkward moments. I've had plenty of them, and I'm sure everyone watching this video has had at least one super awkward moment in your life. Whether we planned it out, awkward moments are not very fun. These kinds of situations can be caused by something that we said, way we acted, or something that we did, and usually it'll turn out for the worst. So I'm going to start this commentary off telling you guys a few awkward moments I've had in my life. A couple of these moments I could pull off the top of my head. This one I'm going to share with you guys now takes place in June of 2011. I was on a backpacking trip with my Christian youth group. So keep in mind that this was a Christian youth group, and what I said didn't seem quite appropriate for the certain situation. We were backpacking, and this was about the third night in the mountains, and a lot of us around the campfire, right? And the previous night I had shivered. I was extremely cold. It was brutal and it sucked. So I was talking to my friend Garrett, who was sitting across from me from the campfire. I'm like, you know what, Garrett? If I start shivering, if I get cold tonight, I'm gonna bear hug you so I could stay warm. And this older girl named Brooke is across the campfire as well, and she's like, well, Brian, I bet you could keep people warm. I'm like, oh, you would know. And I totally said it in a way just like that. However, it might have been a little different, but that's not what I was. It came out in a way I totally did not want it to come across. And what made things worse was one of the lead staff members, Adam, was standing right by me, and that didn't make me look too good at that particular moment. So there's this other time. It's actually on the same trip. This is later in the week, though. When we're not in the woods and when we're not backpacking on this trip, we stay at this family's house. And so everyone sleeps outside because we have a group about 40-50 people, and we all sleep out on the lawn at night. And the people that live there, you know, they sleep in their house. But being the cool chap I am, I'm good friends with one of the boys that lives there. His name's Timmy. And so I slept in his room, and I always sleep with him. We're bros pretty much, and we hang out. And so I'm down in the garage. It's about ready for bedtime, and one of the staff members comes up. He's like, "Hey, Brian, you got your bed all made and stuff? Like, are you ready to go to sleep?" I'm like, "Ho, you know it." And he's like, "Well, check this out." And there's like a little trailer, and there's a nice little wooden platform in there. They got their sleeping bags all set up and stuff. And so they're sleeping in that. You know, it's kind of nice because it's not quite as cold out. And I was like, "Oh, have fun sleeping in that while I'm sleeping on top of everyone else tonight." And by saying I'm sleeping on top of everyone, what I meant was that I'm sleeping in the upstairs bedroom. And, you know, saying that kind of worked out a lot better in my mind than actually came out of my mouth. So here's another example for you guys. This one's going to be a little more common between everyone, especially for guys. You know, there's always this time where you're hanging out with your bro, you're walking downtown, and you know, you're walking side by side, and then all of a sudden your hands touch. And those of you who have experienced this, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say there are multiple red flags that go off in your head. Most of the time we figure out some way to play it off, we act like it never happened, or we just joke around. But regardless of who you are, there is always that red flag that pops up. Gay! And when there's a moment like that, it's always good to reassure yourself that, hey man, no homo. So what I'm trying to say is, no matter what kind of awkward moment you have, no matter what happens, the world is not going to end. It may be terrible at the time, but I know lots of us in our daily life stress about certain awkward moments. And I gotta be honest, I do too. I'll think about it the next day like, man, I look like a freaking idiot right there. I can't believe I just did that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are moments, very few scarce moments in our lives, where things can go from bro to gay. And I'm not going to talk about that because that would be awkward. I've had all kinds of awkward moments, and I've always come out feeling alright. You know, there was this one time I was looking at this very beautiful, attractive girl, and I happened to spit all my food out of my mouth onto my t-shirt, and everyone laughed at me. And you know what? I don't blame them. If I saw someone do that, I'd probably laugh too. So there's no reason to sweat the small stuff. It's not like you're going to die. It's not like there's going to be some crazy black man running into the room and puts a 44 Magnum to your head and says, "Boom! Get busted, son! No spitting out food on your t-shirt, sucker!" So what I want you guys to do is I want you to leave a comment below explaining your most awkward situation, the most awkward thing that has ever happened to you, because you're not alone. So thanks again, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you want to, feel free to leave a like and possibly a favorite. I don't know. It's up to you. Remember, I'm Purple Grizzly, and I will talk to you later.